The Cluckin farm raid has already become one of the most underrated ways to make an absolute ton of money in GTA Online. That's right, whoever told you that the Cluckin farm raid was not good is wrong. This is definitely one of the better ways to make money in all of GTA Online, and today I'll show you how to complete this thing completely flawlessly in under 1 hour. So first things first, what do you need to start this? Well, absolutely nothing. That's right, anyone can start this up, whether you've got millions of dollars or if you've got absolutely nothing. All you need to do is wait for Vincent to call you in free roam, and then you can head over to the V on your map on the left side of Los Santos at the Vespucci police station. From there, we'll get into the opening cutscene and complete the first prep mission called Slush Fund. But before we do, a couple things that might help you complete this a bit faster. Step 1, before you even start the setup mission, make sure you have an active personal vehicle. Make sure this is the fastest vehicle that you have, or a vehicle that is relatively armored. So if you've got something like an armored Kuruma, maybe a Vigilante, or if you don't have anything like that, just pick the fastest vehicle that you currently have and get your mechanic to deliver it to you. That way, that'll be set as your personal vehicle and it'll spawn right in front of you in all of these preps. Keep in mind that you can't use any futuristic or weaponized vehicles really apart from the Vigilante. So that's right, no Oppressor Mark IIs, no helicopters. We're going back to the basics. So your armored Kuruma, your Vigilante, or your fast supercar is going to be the go-to. Another quick tip for any players who have a bit of money to spend, you're going to have to come back to the Vespucci police station after every single setup. So it's not a bad idea to set your spawn location at your closest property to the Vespucci police station. For me, I have an apartment just down the street, so I can basically fast travel back here immediately between every single prep. Let's talk about difficulty. There's pretty much no reason to ever do any of these setups on normal or hard. The only real difference it's gonna make is you're gonna get an extra 50% RP, and the harder the difficulty, the less respawns you're gonna have. So my advice would just be to do all of these setup missions on easy, and honestly, even the finale should be done on easy. No matter what difficulty you do it on, you're gonna get $500,000 at the end. So for the rest of this video, every mission we're just gonna do it on easy because why not? Okay, let's get into the first setup mission called Slush Fund. This one is extremely straightforward. If you're doing this solo, there's going to be 2 different locations that you need to go to. All you need to do is kill the enemies out front of the location, go inside, steal the money from the laundering machines, and then make your way back to Vincent's lockup. Really, there's nothing else I can add there. There's no real tips I can give you on this setup mission. It's pretty straightforward, so this one should be pretty easy. On to setup mission number 2, breaking and entering. In this setup, we're going to have 3 different things that we need to do. Steal a laptop, steal a hacking device, and steal a train. To save time, the first thing we're going to do is steal the laptop. That's because the train and the terabyte spawn pretty close together, so it's going to be fastest to do the laptop first. So we need to head over to Del Perro Beach and head to the pier. Once we get here, Vincent is going to send us a picture. This picture just shows the person that's going to be standing next to this laptop. Now there's actually just over 10 different spawn locations for this laptop on the pier, but I'm going to make this extremely simple for you. There's 2 really easy ways to find the laptop that's only going to take you a few seconds. So the first one is for players who have a Vigilante. All you're going to want to do is drive around the pier here with your lock-on missiles active, and eventually they're just going to lock on to the owner of the laptop. That's really quick, really easy, should only take you a few seconds. You can just head over and pick up the laptop and we're on to step 2. Now, if you don't own a futuristic Batmobile with lock-on missiles, that's okay, there's another easy way to do it. What we're going to do is hop out of the car and just mow down innocent bystanders. I know, seems a bit wild, but trust me, this is wildly effective. After we start stirring up the crowd, the person with the laptop is actually going to pop up on our minimap as an enemy. When they do, just head over to where they were standing and pick up the laptop, and we're on to step 2. I know, crazy tactic, but it works. Shout out to Sonny Evans for that one. Next, we need to head over to the terabyte, break in and steal a hacking device. Now there's 3 different spawn locations for this terabyte. All of them are on your screen now. They really shouldn't be too hard to find. Just look in the back streets. If you, for whatever reason, just don't want to look at the locations that are on your screen now, that's okay. It's a big ass terabyte. It should be pretty easy to find. Once you're there, you're gonna have to fight off a few waves of drones. These, again, should be pretty simple. Try to use a weapon that has a relatively big magazine so you don't need to reload. Once we take out all of the drones, head into the terabyte, pick up the hacking device, and now we're off to steal a train. The train is going to be guarded by a bunch of enemies. This is pretty standard for GTA Online at this point. You know what to do. Take them all out. One of them is going to have a key. If you've got an armored vehicle, again, like the Vigilante or the armored Kuruma, this is going to be extremely easy to stroll in there, pick up the key, walk to the front of the train, and hop in. Now we get to have a bit of fun. For the first time ever in GTA Online, we actually get to drive the train. Now, once we get to a traffic light, you are going to want to use the hacking device, press right on the D-pad, and it's going to hack the traffic light and let you through. If for whatever reason you don't press the button in time, the train is just going to slow down and stop, which, look, it's not the end of the world, but, you know, try not to let this happen. This part of the mission is pretty fun and should be pretty easy. Make sure you're ready to heal yourself if you need to with snacks, and really, apart from changing the traffic lights, your main goal should just be trying to shoot the guys off the back of the technicals. The ones that are on the mounted machine guns on the back of the pickup trucks, those are the guys that are going to do the most damage to you, so try to take care of them first. After a few sets of lights, this mission will be done and dusted, and we're on to setup 3. Now, the next 2 setup missions, we can either choose to go and get weapons and gear, or steal a getaway vehicle. We're just going to do them in order, so let's go through the weapon setup. When you start this mission up, you'll see there's 3 different locations you can go to, A, B, and C. At point A is going to be the Marabunta Grande gang, and they're going to have low-level weapons and armor for you. So down here, you're going to have a compact rifle, combat pistol, mini SMG, crowbar, Molotovs, and light armor. If you do choose to get these weapons, it's just going to be a gang shootout, basically. Take out the gang and steal the gear from the back of the cars. Personally, I don't recommend this. Next, let's talk about C. This will take you up to the Sandy Shores airfield where you can steal military weapons. So this will have a machine gun, AP pistol, combat shotgun, and grenades. It'll also have heavy armor, which of course will reduce the damage you take a lot more than the light armor. But again, I also don't recommend this one. The one I'm going to recommend is going for option B, the professionals. There's a few reasons for it. The first one is this is just going to be one of the easiest and fastest ones to do. But maybe the most important is I just really like the loadout. It's got a heavy rifle, a tactical SMG, heavy shotgun, and pipe bombs, as well as medium armor. And the tactical SMG is going to come with a suppressor on it, which is a pretty good suppressed gun to have. So I would recommend doing this one. To complete option B, we're going to have to go out to a yacht. And this is extremely simple. Drive up to the ocean, hop on the jet skis, head over to the yacht, and we don't even need to go to the top deck at all. We actually just go straight in the bottom here, take out a few guys like you see me do here, walk up here, pick up the weapons, go inside, take a right, pick up the armor, and then we head back. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's how easy it is. It should be extremely straightforward. Then just hop on a jet ski, head back to the beach, getting a vehicle, and head back to Vincent's lockup. Now you can actually steal all 3 variants of weapons and armor if you want to. I don't really know why you would want to other than for an achievement, but I'll just show you now. If you do choose to, you know, get all of these weapons and armor, once you're in the finale, you can actually just shoot a fuse box in the very first room. That'll open up this roller door, go through the roller door, and then you can equip whatever weapon or armor you want. Anyway, back to the setups. Once you have the weapons and armor that you want, text Vincent to just go onto your phone, go on text messages, click on the weapons and armor that you want to choose, and click confirm, and that setup is going to be done. Next, we're moving on to setup 4, hit and run. And in this one, we're going to be stealing a getaway vehicle. The same thing as before, we have 3 options, A, B, and C. A is the Marabunta Grande gang, and here we're going to have one of 3 low-tier vehicles, either the Impaler LX, the D-Class Tulip, or the Moonbeam Custom. These vehicles aren't very good. I would advise staying away. If you go to the military at location C, you're either going to have the Canis Terminus, the Squatty, or the Patriot Mil-Spec. So more armored vehicles, but really these aren't going to be necessary. So yet again, I'm going to recommend that you go location B, where you're going to get either the Dinka Segoy, the Coil Raiden, or the Jugular. These are just going to be the fastest vehicles, so yeah, that's why I would recommend getting these ones. To get them, we just have to break into a small compound of professionals. It should be pretty simple. If you do want to take your time, definitely take your time, use your snacks, use your armor, but get in there, steal the vehicle, and then deliver it to the top of the map. If you take too much damage on the way up, you will need to duck into Beaker's garage and repair it real quick. And yet again, just like the weapons and gear, you can go steal all 3 vehicles if you want to. Doing this will get you an extra $20,000 on hard mode, which in my opinion just isn't worth the time, so really I just recommend getting the 1. Text Vincent, confirm your getaway vehicle, then we're on to the Disorganized Crime setup mission. This is going to be the most complex out of all of them, and it's also the most important because this mission will determine whether you do the finale in stealth or aggressive. So first we're going to go through how to set up the finale for stealth, and then we'll go through aggressive after that. So if you're doing this stealthy, first thing you need to do is of course go and hack the 2 vehicles. After you hack the vehicles and take out the people inside the vehicle, they're going to drop a Cluckin outfit. So just walk to the van, pick up the outfit and put it on. Then we're going to need to head to a cartel compound. And this is where things get interesting. So if we're doing this stealthy, the easiest way to do this is just copy what I do here. Take out the guys surrounding the Cluckin trucks and then sabotage the 4 trucks.
Keeping that on the down low, you'll be alerting the whole cartel that you're coming for them. But hey, maybe that's your style. Even in that getup, they'll still lose their cool if you're spotted wandering into the more sensitive parts of the building.
Once we do that and get to this point here where there's 3 guys in front of us, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go from right to left and take out all 3. We'll then head inside this office and disable the CCTV.
CCTV's wiped. As far as the cartel know, you were never here.
Then head back outside and pick up a drill. This is one of the possible spawn locations right here. From there, we'll head up the stairs and take out these 2 guards. Then head inside the right door and take out the 2 guards inside here. We'll make our way over to the other set of doors and take out these 2 guys standing here. And then we're going to start drilling into the lockers to try and find the keycard. Once we do this though, 4 different witnesses are going to enter into the room. So we're going to want to back out of drilling the lockers and make our way through the rest of the building, clearing out all of the witnesses before the witness bar reaches 0.
Shit! Go home, you fucking idiot. You've been compromised. Take out those guards immediately or they'll report you to the cartel.
From there, we go back to drilling into the lockers until we find the keycard. You can also find little bags of cash in here as well. Now, it's up to you if you want to do all of these. It'll take you an extra maybe minute or 2, and it can get you about $5,000 to $6,000. Up to you if you want to do that, but it's definitely not necessary. From there, we'll head outside, and you know you've successfully done this mission in stealth if this prompt pops up on the top left of your screen. From there, we need to steal a truck that's going to be near the exit and deliver it to Vincent's compound. Once we do that, the mission is set up and we're ready to move on to the finale. Okay, but what if you want to set up the finale for an aggressive approach? Well, basically just go in, guns blazing, and blow everything up. Because the only way that the finale can be set up in stealth is if all 3 of these conditions are met. Number 1, none of the trucks inside can be destroyed. Number 2, you need to disable the CCTV feed. And number 3, you need to kill all witnesses. Failing to do any of those 3 will result in the finale being an aggressive approach. So yeah, if you want an aggressive approach, just go in and blow stuff up. That'll do it. Okay, now we're on to the finale. Let's walk through how to complete this in complete stealth. And again, we will be doing the finale on easy mode. That's just going to make less enemies spawn in. But again, don't worry, the payout is going to be exactly the same. There's no reason to do this on hard. Okay, once we're inside the compound, there's going to be 3 enemies in this first room. Take them out like you see me do here.
You have 2 targets once you're inside. The cocaine and any contraband they keep in the safe. By all means.
Next, we need to shoot a control panel on the wall, but what I like to do is open up the map and wait for this guy here to turn around and walk away.
If you want to refresh your arsenal, don't forget the extra equipment you acquired. I've arranged for it to be left in the dumpster to the rear of the factory.
Once he turns around, we'll shoot the control panel and make our way into the next room. Here there's going to be 3 guards directly in front of us. We're going to take them out just like this, starting with the guy on the left, and then the 2 guys staring out the window on the right. Now we've got a bit of a tricky situation in front of us. What I like to do is actually wait for the guard that's facing towards us to actually start walking towards us. As soon as he walks past the guy that's hugging the left wall, take out the guy that is actually on that left wall. Then we take out the guy that's walking towards us. Now we can move up and take out the final guy standing in this corridor, and as we get closer to the end, the 2 guards at the end of the hallway are actually going to move to the next room. From here, we can actually just walk straight into the back door, swipe our keycard, and enter down and steal some coke. This room here is really simple. Take out the 3 guards in this order, and then steal all 4 bars of coke.
Once you get into the storage area, fill your pockets.
Moving into the next room, there's going to be 3 guards. We'll start going left to right, take out the guy on the left, take out the guy in the middle, and then there's going to be 1 more guard that's going to start walking towards us on our right.
It's clear this place is barely functioning as a chicken factory. One would assume they'd have more Cluckin Bell staff to keep up appearances, but I underestimated just how bold criminals can be.
Also in this room is one of the possible office key spawn locations right here, so I'm going to pick that up. Now we can move into the final coke location at the back of this room, swipe our keycard, and head in. In this room, there's going to be 2 guards. We're just going to take them out left to right, pretty simple. Then we're going to need to go and pick up a crowbar that spawns right here, break into the crates, and steal the final 2 bars of coke. Now we can move back into the main facility and make our way through to the next room. You might be tempted to take this guy out right here, but be patient. There's going to be a guard walking past right now. There he is. Wait for him to pass, take out the guy right in front of us, walk through the door, and take out the guy on our left. Walk to the next corridor, take out the guy standing at the end, take out the guard guarding the office, and then take out the final guard in the next room. Oh, and before I break into the office, before I forget, just over back here on this little table, this is another spawn location for the office keys. Okay, let's go break into the office.
Establish a connection to the computer first.
Now we need to retrieve all 3 safe codes. So to do this, we're going to pull out our hacking device and walk in the direction that the hacking device tells us to. We know that this is the right direction because it'll be blue. Successfully following the hacking device to the right location will lead you to a computer, and once we have all 3 codes, they'll show up on the front of the hacking device.
You'll need to hack each one before you have the code.
Now we just look on our hacking device and we'll see our safe code. Mine was 935686.
The safe's code should show up on the hacking device.
Once we break into the safe, an additional alarm is going to go off. Don't worry, this is going to happen every single time. There's nothing you can do about it, but you haven't been detected yet. So now we need to break out. So let's shoot the control panel on the wall here, and let's get out of here.
Okay, I'm listening to the radio, and it sounds like that safe triggered some alarm.
Once we're outside, we're going to hug this right wall.
Away from the factory. Fortunately, we're one step ahead of them.
We're going to make our way around the right here and take out this guard right in front of us. We'll move forward a bit, take out this next guard, and then the guard behind him. Now there's two more guards we need to take out. One of them is going to be right on the door to our garage, and then the next guy is going to turn around right now. Wait for him to come towards us a little bit and take him out. Now let's go get our getaway car. Once we're outside, we're going to want to go directly right, jump onto the train tracks, and keep going.
I'll be waiting for you back at the lockup. I don't need to tell you. No tails.
There's only going to be one enemy in our way. It's going to be this police officer right here, so just slow down, line up the headshots, and take him out. Okay, now we're good to go. Because we're doing this on easy mode, it's only going to give us 3 stars, so this getaway is going to be very, very simple. We're just going to follow these train tracks all the way through to Sandy Shores and lose the cops there. Keep in mind that the game is actually hard-coded so that the cops won't lose you until you're on the bottom half of the map. So don't waste your time trying to drive around Paleto Bay trying to lose the cops. You actually need to get to the bottom half of the map before you can lose them.
I admire your skill at keeping things quiet. When most officers hear raid,
Once we get to here, just do your typical GTA strategy to lose the cops, drive through the side streets, go off-roading, whatever you need to do, and eventually you're gonna lose the cops.
very inspiring. On the home stretch now, my friend. Soon you'll wash away the putrid scent of reconstituted meat slurry and finally enjoy the sweet smell of success.
And yeah, that's it. You're pretty much done. All you need to do now is drive to Vincent's lockup and you're gonna get $500,000. If this is your first time completing the heist, you're gonna get an extra $250,000, which is gonna bring your total to $750,000 for probably about 1 hour's work. I know a lot of people already that are completing this heist in just over 40 minutes. So while on day one, a lot of people were complaining that this isn't a good way to make money, that's pretty efficient and it's gonna rival something like the Dr. Dre contract in terms of profit. Is it gonna beat Kaya Perico? Well, no, probably not, but hey, $500,000 for under an hour, that's pretty damn good. Anyway, if this video helped you get through the Cluckin farm raid, leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing for more stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys?
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade. Had my first kid, I was only 17. Always a provider for my pack like Wolverines. But you won't find me on the mountaintop.